Evening all, and welcome back to episode 10 of season 7 of Factory Town, where there has been an update. We have some new things to play with. The new things are mostly decorative, but there is something that's quite important and completely changes what I was going to do this episode. Although, not at the same time. We've got brand new decorative blocks, and you'll notice down here in the action bar, some of these icons have changed, and some of the textures on these things have changed as well. Some of the wooden textures have changed, because we have new structural blocks which do all sorts of interesting things. The wooden scaffold ramp is very different now. It looks very different. They all seem to just fit together so much more nicely now. And the pillar on top, it just seems to fit all very much nicely. But you may have noticed down here in the bottom right corner, we have another bar has appeared, and this is I'm not sure what they actually called it, to be honest with you. There is a just another action bar, I suppose, that changes things. If we select our wooden scaffold ramp, you see we get these options here, which you can press tab to switch between the two. I'd never mentioned that before. If you have a scaffold, you can switch between a ramp and a scaffold by pressing tab. If you have the wooden arches, you can switch between pillars and arches by pressing tab. I always forget that's there, so I tend to build them. I do like the new textures. They do look quite nice. But if we go to the stone block, now the stone block isn't something I generally use because it just didn't look very nice, to be honest. It looked okay, don't get me wrong, but it just didn't have a purpose. It's alright for train platforms, I suppose. But now you'll see we've got all these other ones here. Some of these are already in the game. I mean, you've got the stone block, you've got the stone ramp, you've got some pillars, you've got some bridges you can put down so you can see underneath them. Stone stairs, that's a new thing, which is interesting. You have walls as well, and walls can be dragged out and made, however you want to make them, which is quite interesting. Providing you leave a block spare, so if you did something like that, say you wanted to do that, boom, 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 there we go. I don't think that will stay like that. I think that will just revert to being its own thing. But you can walk around. They can walk around that. But if you did that, they can't get through there. So, but walls are a definite thing there. And making the walls is just the same as making a path. You do this, and if you run through the centre of it, it adds to it. If you drag from it, it's very, very informative, or intuitive, I should say. And then you have the parapet, which is basically a stone wall on top. I think it's designed for like tops of castles and things, but it would make a very good stone wall just for a wall in a garden. I think that would be quite nice. But we've seen some stone stuff. There's some new things there. There are some new things there, fair enough. But we've seen some stuff. But there is more. If we go to structural blocks now, we have the wooden ramp. That's a new thing. That replaces the old scaffold ramp. You see here now we've got all the. If we pick that option, we've got all this here. So I should really, rather than use these ones down here, because I think these are the old style ones. And by old style ones, I think what I mean is. No, that's still there. If we put down a wooden, we drag wooden block, stone block, I'll drag them all down here. We have wooden stairs as well, so we've got wood, stone, there is a framed stone block. Let's drag that one down, drag to there, hedge, bump, we've done the stone blocks, and brick. And iron as well. There's iron blocks now. I will show these off here. Reinforced iron, reinforced plank blocks, which are there. I should really put that. And then we have cheese. I'll really put down each one of them. Then we have cheese, which is different. And then we will unlock gold eventually as well. That's different. Cheese blocks is very, very different. But let's put down one of each. Let's do that. Let's just type in the word block. Boom, here we go. So we have wooden block. Nice, steady wooden block. We have the stone block. Yeah. Looks quite nice. We have the frame stone block, which is a much nicer looking I like the texture on these. We've got hedges. And again, these can all be made into walls and things, so you can build proper hedges going around, or you can build hedge blocks. You can go up as high as you want. It's fine. We have brick block. I really want to change this stone path here. I want paths of all these as well. Well, maybe not all these, but I would like the stone path to be this texture, because it's not. The road is still here, and it has a gap in the centre of it, which I really wish it would get rid of. But things to come. Things to come. What were the other blocks we had? We have iron blocks. That's quite cool. Like those. Reinforced plank blocks, which look quite professional. And cheese, but I can't put in the cheese. We don't have the cheese yet. But and then we will obviously have gold as well. We're not making cheese yet, so we don't have any cheese. But yeah, they're all different blocks. And again, they all come in different forms. You can put down wall versions of them, like so. So you get the long textured wall version of them. Always to do this here, and you get when you put one of the blocks down. This is why I've added them to the list down here. If I click one, it gives the whole menu here, so you can just pick whatever you want. So you can go, I want stone. I want framed stoned walls, please. Boom. There we go. We've got lovely framed stone walls. You can't put walls on top of walls. That's the only thing that's a bit weird. You can't make taller walls, but yeah, it's fine. Stairs going up as well. It's all very decorative, and I really like it. There is also another texture block. I'm going to delete them so I get the resources back. There is another texture block that in paths here we have log bridges. Log bridges, I think people can just walk on them, and they're just as quick walking as they are in your house. You know, you can drag them across things. You make lovely little wooden bridges. They don't go slope. There's no slopes for them, but that's not really a major problem. You can just do that. That's I like that. I like the bridges a lot. It adds the aesthetic of the game, but they don't run fast enough. Did that put in stairs? That put in wooden stairs. Awesome. But the workers can walk on them as fast as they walk on a path, but wagons and things don't. So they're an early game thing, and we've already sort of passed that. So, but I will probably try and find a way to use them. I like the idea of having. I've always liked the idea of actually building a house with a garden, and put some trees in the garden and stuff like that. So they've always got options to use them, and now we've got these blocks here to do it. I just really want more floorings. I want this stone path flooring to be there. But one thing we can do is I can actually remove all this. If I remove all this here, and then we replace it with stone blocks going across. So it's trying to drag them out. There we go. That will still act just like a path, or at least it used to. I hope the new one to. You'll see the wagons come along, they drive onto it, don't slow down at all. So yeah, that still acts like a path. So that's quite awesome. And then so we can go into here, and we can also go. We're gonna make it a bridge. Actually, let's make it a bridge. Let's make this a proper bridge. Let's make it look pretty. So we are going to. If I clear out that and that, and I put a. You can't see it if I did it, so there's no point to put in a stone slope in there. But what we can do is we can run this across, and next to it as well. Yeah, so it connects to the path nicely, and then we can put down some support columns for it. So, go over the other side. And we've got a nice little bridge with connection underneath it. You could make it look way better. You could actually make it a proper arch style bridge. You can then, of course, expand it and put things. Let's do that. Let's expand it like so. Just make something a little bit nicer looking than we normally would make. And then we'll go and get our stone walls, and we'll do that. So hey, don't go over the edge because it's dangerous. You know, you might fall off. There we have a stone bridge. Have a stone bridge. So there are options. There are options to do things. I think having some upside down things. I'm not sure whether stairs actually affect. I'm assuming wagons and things can't go upstairs. They can, they just go up very slowly, which makes sense because it is stairs. So yeah, and if I put down the slope, there's no point because the slope doesn't get seen. It's just invisible underneath there. So yeah, I might as well just run that up to the edge of it. So, but I do wish we could get better texture paths. That would be cool. That would be awesome. But we got a bridge. Got some support in the center of it. I'm sure people that are way more creative than I am can create things that are fantastical. But the other big thing that's come along with here, obviously there've been many bug fixes and change of things. The hotbar also shows various relevant pipe structures based on the layers that you go under. So if you go underground and we then go to say pipe overlay, it will show us pipes. If we go to steam overlay, it will show us steam, so we can just click them to get what we want. That's very useful. I like that. It shows us mine shafts. That's very useful. Very, very helpful. But expanding. Before, every time you buy a new bit of land, the price of land would go up. Now it is just a flat fee of 500 gold, which is awesome because it means you don't have to worry about using up all your gold buying land, but also means that what I was going to do this episode was going to be industrializing this kitchen system here, because these farms produce way more than we're using in one kitchen. Speaking of which, as was pointed out a few episodes ago, I put a grabber in here by mistake. That should not be there. Not that it would put anything out, because veggie stew cannot run on a chute, but as was pointed out by Robin, better to be safe than sorry, so thank you for that. But yeah, I was going to have like more kitchens running on here, and we were going to industrialize this. But now I don't need it because we don't really need that level of gold anymore. So, or yellow coins, I should say. It's not gold, yellow coins. So I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to bother doing it. We're just gonna leave it and yeah. What we'll do instead is we'll work on the blue coins like we were going to last episode. I think we decided we was going to come to the remedy. Was it remedy or was it antidotes? Antidotes has a very long supply chain, but it is worth 14 gold. It does require sugar and fish oil and a remedy, so we need to make the remedy now. So let's work on the remedy, and then we can maybe upgrade it to being antidotes at a later date. And then I also want to change that. We're probably, now we've got these new aesthetic blocks, probably not going to use this island just for houses. We're probably going to have houses dotted around, and they're going to have gardens and all sorts of stuff, which would be nice. It'd be nice. It'd be very nice. Oh, there's what a wooden bridge looks like now. That's quite cool. So, to make an antidote, we need a medicine hut. Let's start at the end and work our way back. That is the best way to do it. Is it called a medicine hut? We're going mad? Oh, we need to unlock the medicine hut. Oh, I did not realise. Right, what's required for the medicine hut then? Basic medicine. Is the medicine hut hidden behind basic medicine? Yes, it is. Okay, and that unlocks remedies and everything. So we need to do that. We do that. Okay, boom. So we're going to be using some of our red coins. Let's have a quick look at our red coin production. How are we doing for that? We are making more shirts than we're selling. So I might get a second wagon going, and I want to spread these out. So I'm going to wait for this wagon to be over here, like so. Pause game. There we go. In fact, you are. Yeah, you're good. And then if I tell you to take those and drop off here, then what should happen is, because this wagon is picking up and that wagon is dropping off, they'll pass each other about here somewhere, and then when that wagon gets to pick up, that one will drop off, and it'll be a nice steady supply. At least that's the idea. Doesn't always work that way because they'll run into other carts and things, but should be pretty good. Should be okay for that. Yeah. We did figure out this as well. We're not selling enough bread, but I'm sure we can figure that out as well. I just don't want to. This is going to actually now saturate. Yeah, we probably can't actually sell enough shirts. I think that's the problem. It's not that we don't have enough wagons for it or caravans for it. It's that the caravans can only drop off 20 at a time, and they can carry 32. So what we need is storage down here. Yeah. Well, I'm going to put in a silo right there. There we go. And then we're going to have the silo with a cloth conveyor belt doing that, and that will auto output. Then we are going to have you take shirts, drop in the silo. Boom, at 32 at a time. You are also going to drop your goods in the silo. There we go. And interestingly, you just stopped. Oh, because I told you to drop it to the wrong place. Sorry. Silo. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to delete that caravan because we don't need that. And then we're going to get a nice steady trickle of one shirt a going. And that should give us a much better supply of resources. A better supply of red coins. So everything will be awesome. You're trundling along very, very happily, eating up all the books, which is fine. Because we have 100 in storage. I know some recipes later on start costing, like deep mining, for instance, is 15 times 100. So that's 1,500 paper. Yeah, 1,500 paper. So maybe we need to look into books for that. We want to upgrade this to books, which we can do, and we can build an independent system up here that does something like that. We could go up there and put our research on top of the hill. We should probably, seeing as it's only 500 gold, expand a little bit more. I think I like that idea. Let's expand. Let's square off our island. So bump. We have our fire temple over there. We have another trading post which takes sugar and gives us planks. That's okay. Takes fish stew and gives us gears. That's not a very good trade. Fish stews are way more complicated to make than gears are to make. So, and Dragon Punch for stamina spellbooks is fantastic. That's doubling the marketability value of it there. But stamina spellbooks require all sorts of magic, and we can make Dragon Punch now. So that's a really good, really powerful trade, that one. And let's buy the ones up here. So we got boom. Oh, we have another trade post. What we're going to get here? Sugar for milk. Pretty good. Cake for metal conveyor belts. Yeah, no. No, cake's way more complicated. And water rings for sandwich. No, that's terrible. That's a terrible trade. That's no. That's a 30 blue coins for 30 yellow. No. So sugar for milk isn't too bad. Although don't we have sugar? We have sugar for milk there, so we can get 2 forms of milk now. Let's purchase that one there. Let's purchase that one there. There is our water temple. Awesome. Is that all 4 temples? Hey, unlock medicine as well. Cool. All 4 temples. Fire. Earth. Water. Our air's going to be over here somewhere because we haven't expanded that way yet. And what have you got? You've got cactus fruit, apple pie. That's pretty good. That's just a farm set up and you can get apple pie. And apple pie is way more than just that. Gears for remedies. Now that's an interesting one. Gears aren't that difficult to make. That is we might use that right now. We might use that right now. And crowns for magic cloaks. It's magic for magic. That's not really. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just okay. I mean, you are converting 60 yellow coins into 7 purple coins, but you still need to use air crystals, which is magic, to make the crown, and that requires mana crystals. It doesn't require any specific crystals. So the magic cloak is probably a bit easier to make. So yeah. However, we didn't get any more of it. We still haven't found any sugar, which is what in the patch notes. Apparently, sugar has been buffed to come up on new maps. So it could just be that this map's not going to have much sugar in it. But that's fine. That's fine. So, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? We want to make remedies. But now we don't need to because we have this. And right next to it is iron. Tree. Do you know what? We're going to do that. We are going to get remedies from here. That's 4 remedies for 1 gear. That is fantastic. And then we can turn remedies into antidotes. Do we need... Are there any other... I want intermediate logistics. That's important. And deep mining. We want that, but we can't do that because we need blue coins. That's fine. We can get blue coins. Not a problem now. So we can build the medicine hut. Now this is another new building I've never used. I think it's just taken some of the recipes out of the workshop, moved it into its own little hut. That's quite cool. Little druid hut. Look at that. That's quite cool. So you can make bandages, fish oil, and remedies. You can't make antidotes. That's intermediate medicine. Where do we get intermediate medicine from? There. Requires blue coins. Okay, so we'll tick that too. Won't do anything because it needs blue coins. So what we're going to do then is we're just not going to use you right now because I mean remedies aren't that expensive to make, but gears are even easier and just wow, yeah, gears are fantastic. Gears, I said, take 10 seconds and 1 iron plate. That's nothing. That's absolutely nothing. So what about doing this up here? So what we need is to mine the iron, put it into a forge, put the forge into a machine shop, and the machine shop can make the gear. So it takes 10 seconds to make 1 gear from 1 iron plate, and a forge makes 2 and a bit iron plates every 10 seconds. So one single forge could easily supply 2 machine shops. So that's the plan. That's the plan. And we're going to flatten out a bit of the terrain back here to do this. So let's flatten out that there. Let's flatten out this here. We'll go down a level. Kind of want to preserve the mountainside, but I also want to make it so that I've got steps so I can put things in. So we want a forge. Singular forge here. Like so. And you're going to be doing iron plates. And we want 2 machine shops. 1 there. And 1 there. Like so. Awesome. Okay. And then what we want to do is we want to run cloth conveyor belts like that and like that. And they will only pull out the 1 item this is creating. And we want to have cloth conveyor belts like that, and these will output onto the cloth conveyor belts their gears, and that will go into there, and that will automatically trade to remedies. Then we need to pull remedies out and deliver them all the way down there, which is going to require, I'm not sure what, I'm not sure how we're going to get it down there at the moment. I think we'll just build a barn and put it in the barn. So let's flatten down in here, build ourselves a barn. We can rotate these, luckily. You can't move them, but you can rotate them. So the auto output. Not that we have to auto output things like that, because we have grabbers, but anyway. So that will input into the barn, and that barn will fill up with remedies. Okay, so let's grab a mine. Can only be placed on terrain. Ah, yes. Okay, so I'll put you there. Let's flatten down the terrain here. In fact, let's bring that up a little bit because that's way too far down. Let's mess up everything. And we'll move you to... Can only be placed on terrain. That is terrain, is it not? Oh, I didn't flatten that corner piece out. There we go. Done. There we go. So I put you there. In fact, if you could go back one, that would be even better. Back and over one. Maybe we'll dig it into the ground a bit. Boom. Back and over one. There we go. And that's getting all the iron there. The only thing we need to do is something like that, so we can actually smooth out the output, and then that needs to come along here and go up. And oh, we've unlocked intermediate logistics. This is really good because we get things like sorters and splitters and everything like that, which is awesome. And we get advanced logistics, which gives us agents and triggers, but we'll get into that way later. That's going to be a little bit much for right now. So I'm going to get rid of this one herb, and then we're going to go along here and into there. Yep. And then you will output your iron into there, and then we're going to need a forester over here. More iron down there we can tap into if needed. No coal. Coal's already down here. We could transport that, but we might as well use a forester for it because that just seems to work for us. We're not really fussed about too much. What I might do, however, is move it back. Oh, I don't know why I cancelled that. My brain keeps telling me I have to remove the resources underneath, and I don't. Because they get auto-deleted now. That is on a floating platform. Now, I mean, it's fine. That does work, but I don't like that. I like putting the supports in just to make it look good. So there we go. That's now on supported platform. I also wish it wouldn't use scaffold. I kind of wish it would use the wooden bridges, because otherwise, you know, it looks a bit weird. But hey ho. And then you can do that, and there you go. And you might need increasing slightly. You produce 1 every 4 seconds, and you use 2 every 4 seconds. So yeah, you need at least 2 people to keep up with that. And wood should be fine, because wood is technically twice as powerful as it is there. So it needs 1 wood every 4 seconds, and you produce 1 wood every 3 seconds. So that should be okay. And here we go. Here we go. You're outputting. We've already got 20 remedies. That's awesome. We just need to get the remedies down there. So how do we want to do that? I could carry the path on underneath here. Kind of like that idea, because that fits just next to there. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's flatten the terrain down here. Just for 2 squares. We're going to go under this bridge. That. So, and we're going to run straight into some pear trees. But that's okay, because we might build a bridge diagonally. I've never really done that. Never really done a diagonal bridge. Do that. And then for a diagonal bridge, we want to have... I'm going to do stone again, just because I can. Nope, no. We don't want the one underwater. Does that look okay? I think it would look better if I did. If I did. Come on. Oh, come on. There we go. Did that. There we go. And then we ran the path up there. And I suppose we'll go up straight through these trees. There we go. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. And we want to do the same thing down here. So we want to sell them to the apothecary, but I want to put in a silo, which will fill up, but it's a much longer distance for travelling. So I think we'll be okay. So you are going to take remedies, zoom over here, and drop them in there. I'm also going to upgrade this barn, because I feel as if this is just going to make loads for us. This can store 50, which is cool, and the trade speed is it's like 0.1 of a second or something. It's madness. So it turns 1 gear into 4 remedies so often, it's amazing. But yeah, you come down here. The cart and the wagon having a race. And then you go into there, and then you start selling for blue coins, and we start getting blue coins in, which is awesome. Which is awesome. Just what we need. Then we get enough blue coins, we can upgrade the base, because I think we have everything else. Yes, we do. So there we go. 100 coins. Clickety click. Bop. Hey, we have unlocked magic. Ooh, but we're not going to do that yet, because we are getting ahead of ourselves. We have many things to do in between. I'm kind of rushing ahead with the base. Not really rushing ahead with the base, but we've barely touched anything to do with pastures or anything that I mean, farms can do more things. We haven't really industrialized stuff. We're just sort of ticking over. But we are selling goods, which is awesome. And you're going to come down with 32 a go, and then we're going to consume those 32 before we get anywhere. That's fine. That's fine. We could probably set up a second wagon selling stuff, which I think I want to do. Let's copy you to there, and we want to drag you to there. So we have 2 going. Yay! There we go. Getting blue coins coming in, which is awesome. We'll have 2 amounts, because as I said, I think the distance that takes to travel, we're selling more than 32 of them. It might stop when you saturate too much of them, although that ticks down pretty quick, so that's fine. And we will be changing this to antidotes. So that is something we'll do probably just here, right here. We'll just ship that down the mountainside, and we'll do it here. So we'll figure that out next episode. But right now, this is our antidote farm. Kind of exploiting the trading post, but that's fine. I don't believe trades ever run out, so that's just going to run forever. I don't know if you can re-roll trades as well. I'm sure that was something that was mentioned at one point. I don't know if it was ever put in, but I seem to recall something on Discord of you might be able to unlock an ability to re-roll the trades. But it was either blocked behind a time thing, or it cost a lot of coins to do, so could be interesting, because some of these have got good trades, some of them got bad trades. That's got a good one, an okay one, and a terrible one. But every trade is useful in some situations. There may be a situation where I've got gold bars, but I'm running out of reinforced planks. So that, even though it looks like a bad trade, or to me it looks like a bad trade, could be useful at a time. Crowns for magic cloaks I don't see ever being useful, but maybe if you've saturated the crown market but can't quite keep up on magic cloaks for whatever reason, you could trade some. And there are reasons. There are always possibilities. So yeah, that's awesome. So okie dokie, we'll leave this one here. making all of our wonderful blue coin magic up here. And we'll come back next time and carry on from there. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again next time. Until then, as always, have fun.